up, guys? It's Mike for Sim Racing 604. Welcome back to rFactor 2. We are going to be taking out this beautiful Flat6 Build 5. This is a mod available to you through the Steam Workshop for rFactor 2. And we are at the Bridgehampton circuit. I'm going to do a 15-minute race here, starting 10th position of 18. You can see how beautiful these cars look, even when they're unnecessarily wiggling back and forth like that. Ooh, a little bit of bumpy bump. Yeesh. Alright, a little bit of wild first lap action here. I do see a bumper flying around. Managed to avoid it. Alright, so somehow out of all that melee, we managed to drop 2 positions. I don't even know how competitive this race is going to be. I suck with this car. Car is fantastic, but I really suck with it. It's obviously based off the Porsche 911 Cup car, and by virtue of the layout of the engine, rear wheel drive, we have some liftoff oversteer concerns. So it's really on you, the driver, to keep that weight planted on the rear wheels for as much as possible, for as long as possible, I should say. As I said, 15-lap race, so we should get in about 10 laps. Or excuse me, 15-minute race, so we should get in about 10 laps. Car going back for a new bumper. So first of all, let's talk about the track. This is Bridgehampton version 1.02. Got a recent update, and really fun little track. It's got an excellent flow. I love a track that flows. You know, there's some that it just feels like as soon as you get up any speed, you got to jam on the brakes again, coming into the next hairpin. This is not one of those tracks. This is a American track. It's in New York. Permanent road, I believe. And track surface looks phenomenal. As you can see, it feels really great through the wheel. If you're a fan of the road surface in Sebring, I don't want to go on record as saying it's as good as Sebring. Sebring, in my opinion, probably the greatest sim racing track of all time. Outside of iRacing, that is. But this one also feels really great. That road surface feels phenomenal. And possibly approaching Sebring levels. And I love the track detail as well. The way the road meets the sand on the side looks great. All the cracks in the road. It's very simple. They didn't obviously have a lot of grandstands to draw and things like that, so they were able to focus on how the track surface looks. And for drivers, of course, that's exactly what we're going for. So it's a very nice track. I don't actually know the distance. I apologize about that. That's not terribly wrong. We're running about a minute and a half here in these Porsches. Another yellow here. So now let's talk about these cars. Flat6 Build 5. And as you might well imagine, a real handful, but exceedingly good. Outstanding. If this was a Studio 397 car and they were charging, say, $5 for this as DLC, standalone DLC, I would say go for it. Like, it's really good. It's different from what I'm used to driving, so getting used to the, you know, different shift points to keep the weight planted on the rear does take a bit out of me. It's tough, but I mean, I just got done praising the RSS 2000 from Race Sim Studio for, you know, making it challenging to the driver, so we have to learn the car. And I would say the same thing about this car. It's really phenomenal, and comes with a whole whack of liveries, and there's a few familiar names in those liveries. I believe Rene Rast is in there. Who else did I see? Sebastian Loeb. Yeah, a few others. So, very, very cool car. Both the track and the car are free. Of course, I will link to it in the description to this video. And they are just, well, I shouldn't say just, but they are Steam Workshop content. So you just got to hit that subscribe button. By the way, if any sim racing developers are watching, absolutely Steam Workshop subscriptions are the way to go. We love it when we can just hit the check mark and have a new car or track. Not have to mess around with unpacking files and things like that. Also gets the community involved. That's the way to do it, in my opinion. Because let's face it, we're all going through Steam to get these games anyway. We all have Steam accounts. Woo! A bit wild there. Again, you got to keep that weight on the rear tires. And I did not do a good job of that. And a lot of this car, and I by no means have I mastered it as you're seeing here, but a lot of this car comes down to your shift points actually. I find that if you're shifting as you normally would in a front engine rear wheel drive car, you are doomed. Speaking of doomed, oh phew. Alright, hopefully we'll be able to make up some distance to this pack here, guys. I apologize, I know this is really not an exciting video. But I will try and get some positions back here. Oh, and I'm being caught from behind. I didn't realize that guy made up a ton of ground. Wow. Am I going to have to let him by? Blue flag myself here. Gain a bit of time back on him there. And he got an excellent exit out of that last corner. He's going to try and take me into corner one, if not on the straightaway. He's gaining a bunch of speed here. About to go for the pass. I don't actually mind because at least that'll be some racing action. Alright, new target. So we are about halfway done here, guys. I don't know if you could see it there, but I did downshift too early. My front engine rear wheel drive instincts kind of took over. And the car tried to go around. So it does take a fair bit of counter steering to get rid of that oversteer. But the car overall just fantastic, and you can feel it through the wheel. Kind of make the necessary adjustments, and it's predictable. It's very predictable. It's not like it's randomly going around on you. And you get cool shots like that. When it all comes together, it feels so good. Alright, so that guy just seems to be on fire. What can I say? He passed me, but he doesn't seem to be gaining ground. Or he does seem to be gaining ground on the car ahead. But I'm still about the same distance I was before from the previous 5th position runner. So we'll see how this all shakes out. I am trying, guys. I realize there's not much action here in this race. As always, this is meant to be a showcase of a mod, not of excellent sim driving. But if you're tuning away now, or about to tune away, had enough of me driving, then I will say you should definitely subscribe to both these. Both the track and the car are outstanding. Oh, there we go. A little bit of action up there. Should be able to close in on them as they fight it out. Lost a bit of time there on that corner exit. Totally lost rear traction. Alright, seems like I'm kind of back in the fight here. About 3/4 of the way done, so I don't know how much time or position I'll be able to make up in this race. But hopefully I'll get at least one. And up about a half second on my previous best, so it's a slow progression, but I am learning. There we go. Clean pass there. He seemed to go a little wide, so I took advantage. That sound you're hearing is me patting myself on the back for his mistake. It was the pressure, right? The AI feels pressure. Alright, need to reel these guys in. And I wish I had more time, because I seem to be either managing my tires better or just learning the course better. But I am gaining on these guys for sure. And this is a cool little section here. Very fast left-hander here, followed by an off-camber left-hander. Really, really tricky, but nice when you get it all right. Oh, and I took it too wide. That's quite the livery up ahead of me there. I guess he just came from the theater after having seen Joseph in the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And was like, hey, you know what I'm gonna do for a livery? I call it the quilt. Alright, final lap here, guys. Got the 1 minute warning there. Whoop, he's wide. Will I get this position? Nothing better than a dirt position. Even the track limits can't hold me. Alright, so I did gain one position. I think every position I've gained in this race has been because of the AI's mistake. So I think I got to turn down the AI a little bit for next race, guys. Time is up, so we'll cross the finish line and that'll be it. But really outstanding car and track here, both Bridgehampton and the Flat6 Build 5. Bridgehampton version 1.02, that is. Feel phenomenal. Outstanding, and should absolutely be part of your rFactor 2 collection, if I do say so myself. Fun little car, awesome little track. Thanks guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.